Hi, and welcome to this game review. We're going to be taking a look at Rack playing Abrams. We're going to see what might have been improved on this one so that we could have turned this win or loss to a win. If you want your own game review, to come swing by the Discord or leave a comment down below. Enjoy. Phantom Strike? Yeah, Phantom Strike. Close the gap. So to close the gap and do, disarm them, right? Phantom Strike. You disarm them when you teleport to them and you disarm them. So instead of like this is just options so that you might look at them just to see what you may enjoy more or playing around that. So I'm assuming you're using the stamina mastery to close the gap to get close to the enemy so you can melee them, or just close the gap so you can siphon. So I mean, so just options, like I said, instead of that you could get warp stone. It gives you bullet resist when you use it. And then, like I said, if you really wanted to, you could save up for Phantom Strike and get that because you disarm them and they can't move as fast. So this is like kind of a win for win. If you end up using your ults a lot, you could use divines. I wouldn't really go stamina mastery, I guess. When you're poking on the stairs, just at least be mindful of your minion wave, because as soon as they're gone, you don't have any protection, and then the Guardian's just going to start wailing on you. So just be mindful of that as you start wailing on them. And then like right here, kind of wait for your minion wave to catch up too, because if you don't, then their minions are going to attack you, and minions can do a whole lot of damage. If you normally buy a tier 1 item, instead of like doing this poking, I would maybe consider... Oh, that's unfortunate. What does he say? You should consider just instead of fighting for that last 1 or 2 minions, just go back and buy if you normally buy a tier 1 item. For the shoulder charge, I think you can only get a melee if you get the tier 2, and then you have to hold and input buffer the heavy melee. I don't think you can get a heavy melee off on the tier 1, the level 1 shoulder charge. And so yeah, you cannot until the tier 2. You light land before you got 2. Oh, then did you just get out parried then there from the other one? So you're taking a lot of, Nick, I know your Abrams and such, but still your health is a little bit of a resource. So I mean, you took a lot of damage up there while there's still minion waves going back there. So be careful of being aggressive while the minion wave is still, while your minion wave is not there, or they still have some minions there. And if you really want to on this one, you could go up here and parry the Guardian and then try to kill them. So like, instead of trying to get the Warden on that one, you would dash forward to the Guardian, parry the Guardian, and then you could shoulder charge the Warden. I don't know how often or frequently you parry Guardians, but especially if you play Abrams or any bruiser type of character, close range character, you really should try to get used to parrying the Guardian. It helps out a lot. Guardian, you forgot. Yeah, you're good. Thank you, though. Yeah. Some people don't. So I just try to cover all the bases when doing these, Are you waiting for Haze to come back? Is that why you were just kind of looking at them? Yeah, I was holding her. Look at you. That's nice, though. I don't even do that normally. There's like if it's a hard carry, sometimes I'll do it, but other times I'm just like, I don't. It's just fucking like 200 souls. Oh, let's that one? This way. Fix the map. Yeah, so like here, this is kind of like good. Like you backed off a bit to just go do like get a little extra souls with that, while the wave kind of I guess resettles because they're in your face at the moment. You can, if you need to, if you have to, it's okay to use shoulder charge for the movement. I mean, eventually you'll have the tier 5, and with the cooldown, it's okay more to use it for movement. I know during laning phase, like 40 seconds is kind of a bit. So future cages, if it comes to that, you know, those are always options. Nice mental sliding, nice fortitude seal. Oh god, this part? Okay, that's... I mean, you get a kill here shortly. Like... Oh. Alright, we left Hayes to fight. We left Hayes to die. I would have probably only ulted if you could have gotten there a little sooner. Yeah. Because otherwise, I mean, now you just kind of like, you kind of wasted the ult, unfortunately. But I know you're like trying to get there in time to help out the Haze. I didn't see that he had ult, but because I was gonna say is one thing you could have done is try to shoulder charge him out of binding ward, so that you could have just at least gotten away. And not get stunlocked. Yeah, during these times, so you know, like centers will be. Oh, that's not. Those waves too early. You see that you only have green right now? Yeah, you don't have any damage items. That's why I'm actually surprised you got another one. Like I wouldn't have gotten fortitude or sorry health. Healing booster's okay and life strike's okay. Oh. Like you can shoulder charge. I don't think shoulder charge stops you from because you can dash out with the Vernis and other movements. So like you can shoulder charge out of binding ward. So that you could slightly even if you don't get stun locked, especially since they were a little bit more health. This is actually kind of working out for you. Now you back off on this one unless you parry the Guardian. Yeah, you got a little too aggressive with that one. At that last part. You took 1400 damage between troopers and the Guardian. So once he got over and he at least did his kinetic or quantum, I mean, he should have just like backed off. Yeah, see that's good. Yeah, so that's okay at that times. What you could do with your shop too. Yeah, no idea. I mean, yeah, you just oh, the damage wise, yeah. Sometimes like even just the reviews, even if like you're aware of the things, if anything, they at least will call out and show things that you may not have seen before. And sometimes just the plain data, or sorry, plain data, the raw data of damage data can just be like, oh, I took a little too much damage. 1400, yeah. I mean, of course it's 30 seconds, but still. I guess I also wasn't watching this. I wouldn't have done the Sinners while they were knocking on your Guardian. So that one you should have probably tried to go. That's a good. Oh, you should have charged him to the back of the truck. I'm assuming you brought him that way because of the walker, but you would have stunned them if you hit him in the truck. And fighting Warden like that is, if you don't have your abilities, it's hard to fight him while he's doing Last Stand. So be careful of fighting Warden that's still channeling, because of just the resistance that he gets and the healing. And he also had his minions with him. Again, you took quite a bit of minion. Like I said, once once Hayes had died, I know he was low, but maybe like I'd back off just a little bit for either waiting out last stand or waiting until the troopers got closer. I thought, yeah, it's those little guys do a lot of damage if you don't respect them, rather. Was there something that you needed that you're saving up for tier 2 or tier 3 wise? So I'm really bad at looking my soul count. Okay. If it makes you feel any better, some of the reviews, we've had a couple of people that have had over like 8,000 to 9,000, and I think even one that hit 10K. So something on that one though to work on that going forward a little bit is your soul count, because if you look at this, you have 3K. You don't have 3K worth of items, so you're technically only 4K total souls right now. And if you count that also against this warden, who if he bought everything that he has, which he has quite a bit of items, you would basically be a 4K versus a 10K. Like, granted, he's probably like 9K earlier, but you get the idea. I don't hate that you rotated, but I don't think oh wait, it's never mind. What the fuck? Hate, one of them, Visca should have just came back to you.
I should spend the cash when I get the chance.
He shouldn't have stayed up there because of the minions. You did a good job coming back for the minions. Yeah, work a little bit on your money. 3K or tier 3 is a lot of money in the first 12 minutes. Didn't she just use horses? Oh, that's unfortunate. I honestly didn't like see a whole lot because we were talking about like the souls and the being up and down versus buying or not buying. I wasn't really even really like looking at that fight, unfortunately. Sorry. Oh, the sound's broken. Good job. So instead of all the greens, you could have gotten and squeezed in Spirit Snatch. And Spirit Snatch is good. It's really good on Abrams if you're going melee build, which you are. And then also, of course, squeezing in heavy melee because of the range, since you're heavy melee. Can't be this active with Abrams without maxing you too. Just working on it. Hex, do you recommend like doing this for the health regen? Is this kind of a pretty common build order for? Don't do that. Don't just walk it for like work on not just like walking on the enemy side and then taking guardian damage. No, do you just max shoulder charge? Fuck. If you knew he was up there, try shoulder charging him off before he bunnied you. Don't touch your 3 until 1 or 2 are maxed. Interesting. I guess since you have the health booster, maybe you could look into doing that. The 3 is last. The 3 is last. Sorry about the no sound. Max 1 and 3 first, then what about 2? You mean max 1 and 2? Max 2 and 1? One and 2, I'm on mobile. Okay.
Let's go.
2, 1, 4, 3. And if you parry the Guardian, especially if you go melee, a melee character, you wanna squeeze in a heavy melee to the Guardian, like for damage instead of shooting it, like parrying the Guardian, and then heavy meleeing the Victor. So this, you don't chase this. No, you don't chase this. Okay, so just an FYI, like future times, like once he got out and you shouldn't have chased this. The reason being, Victor still has his extra life, and you're by yourself. They just now got here, Thankfully, you were able to. You did kill one of them, but since he had a second life, you shouldn't have even been in this situation to begin with. Let me get a replay. Yeah, you can get a replay for him, and we can check it out later, or just in the future one. Oh, you want the? Oh, I thought I gathered that Tex was gonna give you the ID. Yeah, that exactly. Like I was thinking that way. Yeah. So all the time while this is happening, if you look at the map, no one's on yellow, and the three of y'all, you doing this, one of y'all needs to rotate. I think what I'm trying to say is one of y'all needs to rotate. This right here, what's happening here, does not need to happen. There's three knocking on the walker. Y'all two are just farming and like shooting the minion. Like she was doing her own thing. You're farming the neutral. You're still farming the. You're taking too long to farm this neutral. If it takes that long to farm the neutral, there's more efficient ways to spend your time. Make sure to do siphon before your shoulder charge, or because I don't think you can activate it while you're shoulder charging. But you want to keep siphon life activating while they're stunned because you do more damage that way. This is chasing too much as well. It's good that you're coming up here to take their this part is good. Like taking their stuff is good. So the two of y'all taking this is really good, and good use of your space that you created. But at the same time now, Warden's getting free reign on blue, but thankfully Billy and Paige are not there. You're also really new to Abrams, but I appreciate the pointer. Yeah. I personally do not have a lot of Abrams playtime, but I've at least encountered them. So like if you activate Siphon Light there while you charged him, you get an extra second for sure out of damage, right? You don't like you pushing in and fighting into this walker. This is putting yourself in a position that you should technically die, or at least be really punished for, because you're fighting literally underneath the walker. They get buffs underneath the walker, like they being the enemy team, and you're just going to be taking unnecessary damage. And now Mina's here too, yeah. So, like, when you try to pressure a walker, look at the map and try to see what's going on with the map. If you don't see any other enemies on the team on the map, assume or think until you kind of like feel more comfortable. Think that they could rotate really easily, or they might rotate and they could kill you, because a 2v1 can instantly turn around. Even if you're a raid boss, a 2v1 is like really rough. You got Spirit Snatch and then you sold it for resilience and melee charge. Yeah, instead of, so I would have gotten like at least Spirit Strike sometime with this one for a little bit of damage, because right now melee charge is technically your main melee damage. Like this right here, this is your only weapon item. So you're not going to be doing a whole lot of damage. And I would only really go full more green items if you have a lot of support on your team. Whereas if you get gun and spirit items, you end up, yeah, Stephen Page mentioned triple soaking. You will be able to do more damage, and you want to kind of play, unless you're comfortable with it, you want to try to, you know, slightly be of a carry as Abrams. I don't know if you also saw it, but the urn had red candles, and what that means is it's going to be on one side versus the other, and for you it actually would have been green since you're at a soul disadvantage. So you could have tried to also be in a position to run this urn, because it would have been on y'all side. Red candles, you never knew that one? Yeah. Let's go to Victor real quick while you farm. So if you look here, so it'll actually be green. If it's green candles, it's on your side. If it's red candles, it's on the enemy side. If there's no candles, then it's neutral. Of course, it's red just because of the spectator, but regardless, if it's red, if it's green, it's because you'll see it as green. It'll be on your side where Billy is basically, right? And if it's red, it'll be down here between these two walkers. Yeah, so like I wouldn't really push this. Like this is kind of, again, so this is risky because like if we look here, we look at the map, we know there's two here. Granted, so I guess there's Infernus not here, but there's two here. you don't have map pressure on this one, so you're by yourself. So they could kind of rotate here pretty quickly. So like once you had cleared this wave, what would have been a better time would have been to do the urn, of course, maybe a little bit sooner. But if not, you could take the teleporter and go over here and then either provide support once you take this teleporter, or you can take this farm here, whichever one. Probably more, or you can go over page and then teleport this way if you wanted to get closer to fight on this one. Or the other thing is look for boxes over here and just farm this one, farm this lane so you can live off of it. But if we show where everyone is, now we see that Victor's coming here, and Sinclair could rotate as well pretty easily too. So that's kind of again what I was saying about like be careful when you're like pushing up on lanes because you may not know where they are. You back off, which is great, but I didn't know you were when I was like, don't pressure walker without like it's not 100% of a rule like for sure, but it's just something like you get a little bit better and feel for it, and that's kind of how you should do. You'll decide. Now you doing this though, this is risky. I actually wouldn't do this because Hayes is doing this. Hayes is just now coming, and there's 3 here at their walker. Yeah, so you drop the urn. If you did the urn a little bit sooner, it wouldn't have been a problem, but now it's a little too late, and now this walker's going to go too. It's like I said, it's just more just like you'll kind of have to get a know, or you'll get a little bit more of an intuition of kind of what it is. It's just, but how the map has been going, I would kind of play on the caution side. If you're more like dominating the map and you're like have full like you feel a lot more comfy, you can pressure a walker without worrying. But again, like since y'all have been really kind of on the back burner of things, I would have like, it's really hard to be aggressive.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
So he's still here on the map. I don't know if you saw this on the map, but Sinclair is still here. He's trying his hardest. He might get out, so I would stop like maybe one of you could chase, but like go push to this lane. Like you can go over here, like what you do, you both give up chasing him. I actually think this is better instead of chasing for 10 million years, because you can apply pressure on this one, but you can't like go up like this one. Like you get these minions, but you can't pressure this walker, or you shouldn't pressure this walker, because you have no pressure on this side. And I don't know if you saw this, but I did. Someone just took this camp here, so that means someone's at least around here. And I don't think it was Warden, I think it was Dynamo, but Warden just happened to come rotate. So yeah, try to use your shoulder charge when possible to get out. Like whenever you got down here, you might have been able to shoulder charge away. But it's okay to use your shoulder, especially once you have the tier 2, 3 version of it where you have the cooldown. You can try to use your shoulder charge more for if you need to, for movement or escaping. And you could even say, or I don't know how frequently Abrams buy enchanters, but if you really wanted to, you could get that. Well, text Rack has all 3. And again, at least from a money perspective, unless you're trying to buy a tier 4 here, enchanters is strong. Okay, I would think it's strong. Okay, just now bought. I would think it was strong, but I didn't necessarily want to say. And you have 5 points as well, so while you're dead, just do a quick mental note, check your money and check your abilities. So while you're pressuring this, you should kind of look that Dynamo has his ultimate. He didn't use it, so which is good. And Warden's now running for his life. Try to shoulder charge. You're not using your shoulder charge here. So once you get on the roof, just shoulder charge. Before, I meant before battle and by battle vest. Oh. Enchanters for Abrams? Yeah. Why I was mentioning it, because it gives you cooldown, so you can use it for mobility, and it gives you a spirit. It gives you spirit power and spirit resist, and little extra region. But I don't know. Cooldown is big, especially since it has no cooldown too. Yeah, that's why I was like thinking from at least from laning to mid game. You could sell it later, of course. So since y'all have pressure here, this would actually be a great time. Like this urn right here, you can If you're gonna rotate, this is a great time to get the urn and move over here. They're doing this walker stuff. This is actually a wonderful time for y'all to do this. So you can go on the jet and go wee, and then you could just, or you could just join this. So there's another thing. Oh, this is something that I've been working on personally. So I'm just now spreading the knowledge. So basically 20 minutes. 20 minutes is a big mark. And I'll explain why. You took camps, yeah, you shouldn't be doing this. So 20 minutes is a big deciding time. So basically what happens at 20 minutes is that deaths are long enough that you can do mid-boss. So I need to stop. Whenever 20 plus minutes starts hitting, you need to kind of evaluate if fights are worth joining, right? Because of what you can get out of them. Sometimes, you know, it's not always the case. But in this instance, like you just said, you're doing the neutrals and stuff, but and I was even mentioning originally doing the urn, but now that Victor's here and the extra 10 seconds, 5 seconds of hindsight is it would be better to join this fight and secure this fight. The reason being is because at this point in the game, deaths are 40 plus seconds. What that allows you to do, assuming everyone lives, you kill this, you really wanted to be safe, you could run the urn, but mainly you could do mid-boss. And mid-boss basically wins the games. So 20 plus minutes, instead of like, if there was like 2 people over here and there was a 3v3 going on over here, if someone was quick enough, trying to fight this would be better because you could then get the urn, but mainly, if possible, doing the mid-boss. If you get 2 kills, like even if you get 2 kills, especially with their 1 player down, with them, if it's a 4v6, that should almost always guarantee you the power, not the power, at least half of the mid boss or all of mid boss. But I see maybe half of them, like if they take a charge, 2 out of 3, that's you know, that's good enough. Is Juggernaut, is that Juggernaut? It's Juggernaut. It's Juggernaut. Let's see now. So we kill the Dynamo, and then if you weren't farming over here, this is now a 3v3, and now we lost the Billy. And you see the Victor, but Victor has his extra life, so that's scary. And I wouldn't fight Warden. Warden's the raid boss in this game. He's the strongest. Victor's also kind of scary, but Victor is winning by himself. It's unfortunate that he hits you. I actually didn't know it would stun you and interrupt you unless you canceled it. But yeah, now you're just fighting. At this point, this fight, you need to back out. Like, there's no point in fighting this now. Like, until Viscus can get out, like Viscus can die. Like, y'all need to die. He did not cancel a stun me. I actually did not know his ultimate stunned. It does stunned. Look at that. I just always get out of it. It's annoying. Yeah, I see this now.